Hey everybody, this is Shield Maiden SA here, and I am bringing you a Sunday edition of Saturday We Slay. I do apologize for the fact that I was unable to stream yesterday, just unfortunately, because I was originally planning on doing a makeup tutorial. There was just so much glitter and so much everything here. It wasn't all coming off the way I needed it to in order to properly do a makeup tutorial. So I decided I would make that up to you guys tonight by doing something a little bit different. What I'm going to be doing tonight is I'm going to show you how to use these really awesome nail wraps from a company called Espionage Cosmetics. One of the things they specialize in is nerd manicures. So, ladies, I know that there are lots of times when you want something different for your nails, and, if you want to go with something that's a little bit fun, a little bit nerdy, sometimes you may run into a problem where it's hard to find that. And it's not for any other reason other than just I have not found a nail salon yet that specializes in fan art. So, with this, that's why this is really kind of a cool concept. It is something you can do at home. They say that we can do it in 10 minutes. I'm kind of a dunce at these things, so it's probably going to take us a little bit longer. So, don't worry about that. It could be me. Some of you are probably really great at these things. I am not. I am so not good at these. But that's okay, because this is all about you guys getting to see the product and seeing what the finished product looks like. So give me just 1 second here. So bear with me just one more moment here. Alright, like I said, I just want to make sure I get this shared out just to a few places. That way, anybody that wants to join us, anybody who's ever been curious about their products can join in on that, and we can go ahead and, like I said, I'm all for sharing these things with people. That's definitely kind of one of my jams, is I love to share this kind of stuff with people. Because, hey, you never know what's out there until you find out about it, right? So, hey, sometimes if it's not something that happens to come up on your feed, or it's not something that you happen to be searching for, you may not even know that it exists. And, so that's something that I always like to try and kind of keep in mind. Is that, hey, these things are really super cool. And, hey, why not check them out, right? So bear with me just one moment. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything that I should probably be sharing this out to. No, we'll call that good for tonight. Alright, so I have this in the humidifier, which, for those of you that have done nail wraps before, I'm not sure if other companies offer these little humidifiers, but they help your nail wraps, helps preserve them, because once you open the packaging, then air gets in there, and air is bad for lots of things. So they have these really cute little humidifiers that you can store your open packages in, or your closed packages. I just put mine all in here so it was all together. And so it seals like that, but it also has like an inner seal. So bear with me just one moment here, because this inner seal, oh lord, it is like the Ziploc bag from hell. There we go. All right. Oh, that's right, because since it's in the packages, it only has one of the inner seals. So the two that I got this one called Go Ask Alice. This is an Alice in Wonderland themed one that has, like, actually portions of it that glow in the dark. I'm going to hold on to those for now. The other ones I got, though, which I think are super cute, are the polyhedral dice patterned nail wraps. So these are the ones we're going to do today. So let me go ahead and open them up here. Like I said, it's from a company called Espionage Cosmetics. I ordered these a little while back and I've had them for a while, but I ordered them right around the holidays. And so it took a little bit of time for them to like kind of get everything restocked. So that's why I kind of held off on the review for a bit. So that way we could go ahead and make sure that if you wanted to order these products, they were available back in stock. So I need to reach over here because I did not bring my rubbing alcohol close enough, so bear with me just one moment here. So, when you're putting these on, it recommends that you prep your nails with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to grab a Kleenex real quick and do this. Some people do it with cotton balls, cotton swabs, little cotton pads, you know. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of briefly swab this over each of the nails. So we're just going to go here, and here, and here, and here. And I know my video quality for my smiling face is not the best tonight, but let's be honest here, you guys aren't here to see my smiling face, you're here to see what these nail wraps are about, right? Because that's the important thing tonight, is what are these nail wraps going to do? So, these packages are kind of cool because they do have these little notches here in the top. So that way when you go to open the package, it just makes it a little easier to open. Unless you're me and I fail at these things. Oh, there we go. We got kind of an opening there. All right, there we go. And I'm just going to pull them all out here. So, in total, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so I have 14 for 10 fingers. So that's cool, because they understand that not everyone's fingers are the same size. And I have a piece of hair in my mouth. Okay. I think I got it out. So what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to find the one that fits your nail the best. I always start with my thumbs. And I think for me, the 16 millimeter here is going to be what's going to fit my thumb the best. So, once I determine which one's going to I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove this clear protective layer. What it looks like, okay, oh, I should have grabbed scissors. Do I have scissors handy? I don't know. Do I? No. No. Oh, no, cool. They'll just tear off. Never mind. They'll tear off the page. So, yeah, so right here, I just kind of pulled and it tears, so it still gives you that extra little notch there at the top. So that way you're not just straight up risking tearing your manicure. So this is the one that's going to fit my nail. I'm peeling off this clear protective... no, not that way. Not that way. Let's try and do it the other way. Because it says take off the clear protective film. Or is that the right... Hold on. Remove clear protective layer. Okay, line up. Okay, yeah, just making sure here, because I was like, wait a minute, it says there's a clear protective layer on here, but the only thing that's wanting to peel off for me... Oh, there we go, I found it, okay. So, clear protective layer, right here. Peel that off. Set it off to the side. Line it up. Alright. So what you're going to do is, to line it up, you're going to take this rounded edge and kind of put it up there, and just to kind of get an idea. Because once I peel that backing off, this is going to be much more flimsy. And so if you don't know exactly where you're starting it at, it can be a little bit tricky, from what I understand, and from my personal experience. Like I said, I am not super great with nail wraps. I'm okay. I can do them, but sometimes they take me a little bit longer than the average bear. So, alright, so I am peeling, and these are actually pretty sturdy and pretty thick, so I kind of like that. And so I flipped it over this way. Now, let me go ahead and get it lined up with the base. So I'm going to line that up there at the base of my nail. And try and kind of center it before I start really kind of flattening it out. And you just can kind of take your fingers here and just kind of smooth those out, kind of, you know, press it down a little bit more. Alright, so I did get just a little bit of excess here on the edge. I will actually probably file that off here just a little bit later. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to remove this piece here. Now what I usually use for that, you want a relatively decent grit nail file. So I'm going to go ahead and use this little metal one. And like I said, this is primarily just to get the excess off the end of the nail here. It just kind of helps you kind of create like a perforation. So you can take this piece and pull it free of the rest of the manicure. Then I'm going to re-smooth it. Get in here and kind of clean up some of this with the file. Because that is one of the things that the file really is good for when you're doing these. Is for getting in and kind of just, it basically kind of creates a perforation that just lets it kind of pull away. So you don't have to worry about, you know, like cutting and what if I accidentally cut myself because I'm a klutz, and that was totally something I would do. So, now, while I'm doing this here, one thing I want to talk to you guys about is how absolutely amazing all of you are. Because I'm not sure how many of you have been following the saga of how close are we to hitting that magic little number of 400 for our contest for the month of March for the St. Patty's Day giveaway. But we are there. We have actually exceeded that. We have more than 400 followers. Let's try this a little smaller. Let's try that one. That one looks about right. We are right now, when I looked right before this live, we are actually at 405. So good job, guys. You know, we have another couple of weeks here before that St. Patty's Day giveaway. And so, you know, everything from here is really just kind of gravy, so to speak. But what I would like to challenge all of you to do is, like I said, we have now hit 400 followers on Facebook. That's pretty impressive. I mean, you know, I know there are a lot of places out there that probably have more followers, and that is super awesome for them. I am super happy for them. But we're kind of new to this. Let me rephrase that. I'm kind of new to this. I don't know why I keep speaking about myself in like the third person. Maybe it's because, you know, as most women, I have like 30 personalities to choose from. So me and all of my personalities appreciate you guys. But what that means, though, is, like I said, I'm relatively new to this. We've been doing this for like 90 days, give or take a few days. And that is not a long time at all to have such an amazing fan base. And like you guys, like, you know, you guys send me into shock and awe on a regular basis with your continued amount of love and support for all the things that I do here on Facebook, and that I'm working on bringing to YouTube and things of that nature. So, you know, like I said, you guys continue to amaze me and just, you know, humble me every single day with all of your support. Especially here on Facebook. Like, here on Facebook, like, you guys are on it. But, you know, I kind of feel like you guys are missing out because there is some content that is more, Instagram appropriate, I guess, is just the best term for it. I don't want you guys to miss out on the videos. I don't want you guys to miss out on these lives here on Facebook. So I don't want to, like, flood the Facebook with, like, absolutely every boring little detail of every project I'm working on. So a lot of times, like, if I'm posting, like, update photos for cosplays, I'm kind of posting a lot of that information over to Instagram. So I feel like you guys are kind of missing out if you're just following me here on Facebook. So, you know, if you want to make sure that you're not missing out on any of it and you get to see all of the works in progress, not just the finished product of the cosplays or the live videos, go ahead and hop on over to Instagram and go ahead and like and follow us over there as well. Our Instagram is Shield Maiden SA. I think I might have it up at the top. I'm not sure. But yeah, like if some of you guys just want to start showing some love over there, that way, like I said, I can make sure that you guys aren't missing out on any content whatsoever. So, okay, so we've got like 2 fingers done. We're chugging along pretty good here. Yeah, that should do for that finger. I have kind of weird shaped fingers, guys, so, you know, I always want to make sure that I am measuring. And so far, we're at like 15 minutes. So, I mean, these are actually going on really, really easily. In comparison to like what they said. You know, they said, hey, you can do a manicure in about 10 minutes. So, I mean, I'm talking with you guys. I'm shooting the breeze. We've taken some time to, you know, share it out on Facebook. Which, like I said, anytime I am doing something that you enjoy, or if you think you have friends who would enjoy seeing some of the same thing or learning about some of these new products as well, don't hesitate to go ahead and like and share my videos. I totally love that. Like, the more people I can share my nerdiness with, like, the happier I am. It makes me a very happy panda. And not just because I feel that you guys really support, like, the content that I bring you, but it's just, you know, I remember times when here I was, this poor little nerd that, like, felt like nobody else liked the same nerdy things that I did. And so, as a result of that, like, this sounds really, like, you know, lame. And I'll own this. I'll own my lameness. You know, when you feel like no one else is into the things you're into, I don't want to say it's depressing. I think it makes you feel like the things that you're into aren't valid. And so sometimes if you happen to be someone who, you know about all this really cool nerdy stuff, you know, you may never know who on your friends list has those same kind of hobbies, but maybe they just haven't seen a lot of the stuff and they don't know where to go find this amazing, fun, nerdy content. So, like I said, always feel free. Do not ever hesitate. I am never going to get upset, you know, about you sharing the nerdy stuff and fun stuff that we do here at Shield Maiden Creative Creations with the world. I can't get mad at that because, you know, you can't have a community of people who have fandoms. You can't have a community of cosplayers. You can't have a community of gamers without first creating that community. So, like I said, I've seen some people that are like, hey, don't share my stuff unless you're giving me credit, whatever. Like, dude, share my video at the top. Not gonna lie, my name's right there. Like, you look right up there. What does it say? Shield Maiden SA. You know, they're gonna know who it is. And when you share that video, it's gonna tell you what page it's coming from. Video, stay in focus, please. Thank you. And so, you know, get the word out there. Get the word out there that, hey, there are more people out there that you know, love these same types of things that we do. I just need to smooth that out just a little bit. I think it's because I'm getting closer and far away from the camera in varying degrees, which is why it's kind of fuzzing out on us here. But there we go. And I will, of course, be coming back to clean these up just a little bit. My goal, of course, is so that you guys can see what is going on and how these things work and how easy they are to use. Like I said, I have had these probably for a couple weeks, but I wanted to give Espionage Cosmetics a chance to kind of restock after the holidays because, you know, these are so super cool and they had a lot of really cool stuff that I can easily see how over the holidays, New Year's, whatnot, lots of people would have, you know, wanted something like this for holiday parties or whatnot. That looks out of fit. And what I really dig about these, and hopefully you guys can see it, I'm not sure. Kinda. In here, they actually put, like, the millimeter width. So, at any point in time, if you're ever ordering these again, or if you order them for a while, and then you go to order new ones, you can already say, well, hey, I already know that, like, my middle finger is a 13.5 millimeter. So it's just going to make it easier for you. So, like, the first time's going to take a little bit longer, and it's still never a bad idea to kind of hold it up to your fingers to judge as a guideline to begin with. But the fact that they give you that measurement there, it's going to help you out, and it's going to make it easier for you when you go to do your other hand. Because, you know, well, with this one, the same sizes are right across from each other. They paired them up nicely for us. But, you know, it's just, I mean, I think it's those little types of things which may be making this go a little bit smoother for me than a lot of other nail wrap companies do. Static electricity, not my friend right now. So as some of you may have noticed, I had an event out at Wonderland of the Americas Mall. It was a Lost in Wonderland event. So it was kind of Alice in Wonderland meets Tim Burton themed. Like I said, some of you may have seen those photos, may have seen those posts coming out. I was out there with my cosplay group with Heroes and Villains of Cosplay. You know, basically just out there, you know, spreading the word of nerdiness and what we do. You know, got to meet some really cool people out there. Because that's always kind of, I think, the best part of events and conventions. When you're going as part of a group. Is it really gets you a chance to talk to people about what you're about. And, you know, one of the things I love about our group is we are not cosplay elitists. You know, if you have a fandom that you want to cosplay as, knock yourself out. There are probably other people that have similar fandoms that might even want to join you and do group cosplay, so you don't have to feel like you're doing it alone. You know, we have people that have lots of great tips and tricks to help people out, especially if it's something that they're new at. Or just something that they haven't done a lot of in the past. I think there's kind of still a little bit of mysticism around cosplay and a little bit of, like, I don't know where to start. And if I do know where to start, I don't feel it's good enough. And I think that is definitely, like, I wish we could break that stigma in cosplay. I really do. Because there is absolutely 100% no wrong way to do cosplay. I did a steampunk Mad Hatter type look on Saturday. Today, I did like a cosplay of, you know, a washed up mermaid. I added some mermaid makeup. I, you know, put on a cool wig. I called it a day. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get in here and I'm trying to not block what you guys are seeing, but I'm also trying to kind of clean up this nail a little bit because, there's just a bunch of crap on it. Ooh, good thing I haven't opened that yet. That would have been a mess. So here, let me try doing it from this angle. There we go. Haha. I'm going to figure this out yet, guys. So, you know, like I said, small events like that are a lot of fun if you're in the San Antonio area. Always feel free to look up NDG events and Wonderland Mall. They always have a lot of really great events going on throughout the year. They have about one free convention a month. Which, these events are great for testing a cosplay for durability, testing your comfort in a particular cosplay. I've talked to a lot of people that, you know, people want to do mechs, or they want to do, like, really big suited up cosplays where they're in armor and all this, where they're in a helmet. And when you're in those helmets and things of that nature, sometimes you are not, it's not always as comfortable as you expect it to be. Because you see so many people that do those types of cosplays that you assume it's easy. And you do kind of have to, like, build up your tolerance. And at a small event like that is a really great way to start building that. So that you don't have to, for lack of a better term, destroy the magic. If you are in a costume that is not comfortable or that you cannot be in for prolonged periods of time, there is always that temptation to take the mask off on the convention floor. And unfortunately, that kind of destroys the magic. I mean, you know. So, alright, so we got one more on this hand. And then we'll kind of finish this hand off. And, like, we're about 25 minutes in. So, I mean, for me, and knowing myself, I'm not surprised that this is taking me a little bit longer. I am going to have to go with the smallest one, which is still going to be a little bit wide for my pinky, but that's alright. We can file it down. Because like I said, I know that there are some people that are really good at this. I am not one of them. So I take a little bit of extra time just to make sure that I get everything done. Ah, no, no, I need the clear coat. Where's the clear coat? Here, clear coat. I know it's on there. I see it. I see you. I see you, clear film. Well, okay, we're just going to do it this way, and then, like, hopefully that clear part's going to separate here in a minute. Because that happens, too, sometimes. You get it on, or, oh, whoa, wait a minute. No, no, maybe somehow I'd already peeled this one off and I wasn't paying attention? Never mind, I was looking for a clear coat that wasn't there. Not sure how. I like, did you guys see me take it off? Am I delusional here? Alright, and now these, I kind of fold them over so that way they kind of stretch a little bit while I'm finishing smoothing it out. You can just smooth it out with another finger. Then I'm going to take here and along this edge, take my file, and just kind of file it until I have just a little bit of a perforation. Then I'm going to unstick it from the fleshy part of my finger here, and just kind of pull. Because you've already created that perforation with the file, it doesn't put a lot of tension on your nail. So that I think is super cool. And then I just go over just to kind of smooth out your edges. Alright. So, I'm going to have to get back into this one here, because I have just a little bit of excess right down here by the cuticle. And if you have that excess there, what happens, inevitably it ends up getting caught, and it kind of pulls your manicure loose, so it can in many cases actually shorten the life of your manicure. Let me see here if I can get in there with this little guy. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I use this little cuticle cutter tool here just to kind of slide in the side there. Focus. There we go. Just kind of slide along the side of the nail and trim the edge of that polish up. So here's what we have for this hand. You know, focus, camera, focus. And so I'm going to get it just a little bit closer so you guys can actually see the design. Like I said, it is a polyhedral dice pattern, which I thought was really super cool. Especially since I do a lot of D&D and, you know, dice-based games. Okay, so it took me like 25 minutes, which is fine. And I mean, that was why I prefaced it with this. This is not necessarily something I am super good at. I think that's why I've always kind of shied away from nail wraps in the past, because I've tried them, and I'm not very good. So, let's go ahead and do the other hand while we're here. And let's see if maybe now that I have done one hand, maybe the other hand's going to go a little bit smoother. And like I said, if there's anything that you can't see while I'm doing this, because I am trying to like watch the nails and seeing what I'm doing there and keep it like under the camera lens, don't hesitate to ask a question, and I can go ahead and answer those questions here while we're talking. Or, you know, hey, if you're watching this in post after I've already posted it, I get alerts to any questions, comments, concerns you post. So don't hesitate to post those out for me, and I'll answer them. And if I don't have an answer, I can get back to you with an answer for that. So let me get this out here. Another thing, I will also include a link for Espionage Cosmetics in the comments. I just haven't added it yet, but I will get that added in for you. So that way, you know, you guys don't have to go and hunt for it. It'll just be in the description, which is always nice to have that in the description. And I'm going to just line this up and smooth it out. And you kind of want to put just a little bit of tension, because I'm noticing, like, if I'm not putting tension as I'm smoothing it, I'll get, like, little bubbles. And as you saw, you know, you do not have to use these on long nails. You can do them on short nails as well. As you saw, I had a few that have recently broken on the other side. So, like, they're little short little babies. Little baby nails. So like I said, you can use these on long nails, you can use them on short nails, you know, whatever. Whatever nail type you have, you can use these on them. And the nice thing is, you know, they're already dry, so it's not like polish where you're going to have to worry, well, okay, I'm kind of lying, because here in a minute we're going to put a clear coat on here. So you are going to have a little bit of wet polish to worry about, but not as much as you would if you were just painting your nails. And like I said, using the metal file, the file isn't actually really touching that much of my nail. It's more just to, like, buff off some of this extra polish. You can also use glass files. You can use emery boards. Whatever your preference is. Because I need to get into some of these really narrow, skinny areas to kind of detail it, that's why I'm using the metal file. But you can also do that. I believe the glass files should be fine enough for you to get in there and do that with those as well. Or if you really need to, you can go in with one of these little tools here. They come in most mani-pedi kits. And just kind of trim off that edge there. Yeah, these are actually going on really well. These are really high quality nail wraps. I'm really actually kind of, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Espionage Cosmetics color me impressed. Only do we have full color, but the fact that these are going on super smooth, they're not buckling very much, that's a testament to the quality of them. They're not, as you can see, I'm not really struggling to get them to stick to the nail itself. They're sticking to the nail itself pretty well. Yeah, that was the one I used. Because my index fingers apparently are slightly narrower than most of the rest of my fingers. So yeah, so like I said, with these, once you peel off that clear coat, one thing I've had, like I said, I've used a few nail wraps in the past from other different companies, and I always seem to, like, struggle with them so much. These ones I'm not having a lot of those same struggles with. Like I said, one, I don't have to peel it off of anything to size it to me first. I can just basically look at it and size it while it's still attached to something. That, I think, is a big, like, plus. And they're not so flimsy once you take that backing off that you can't control where you're putting them. So that's definitely making this a lot easier. And I'm just going to go back in with this tool and just kind of smooth over just a little bit, just because really that's what this tool is for. But like I said, you don't really need it. You guys have seen me doing this the entire time. I've been basically smoothing it with my finger. Until I get it out there to the edge, and then I'm just filing it off. So yeah, hand number 2 is going a little bit easier. Some of that may be because of the fact that I'm applying now with my dominant hand. I'm a right-handed person, so I was applying it onto my right hand with my left. So just like when you're painting your nails, you know, if you're painting your nails and, you know, you are using your left hand, that's usually going to, your right hand is usually going to look a little messy if you're painting with your non-dominant hand. So there's that. So yeah, that may be why this other hand is going just a little bit smoother, is just simply because of the fact that I am now applying with my dominant hand. So that may just be making the whole process just be a little bit easier for me, because, you know, I'm naturally, of course, obviously going to be more coordinated using my right hand than my left. Yeah, these are actually, like I said, I am super impressed with these. I was a skeptic, I really was. And the main reason I say that I was a skeptic, it gets back to the fact I've used other nail wraps before, and they were kind of cumbersome. These ones are not, however, so, you know, hey, I gotta give a big shout out to Espionage Cosmetics for that, for basically turning me from, you know, a skeptic into a fan. I'm always willing to review stuff that I'm skeptical of if I think it's kind of cool. But, you know, I gotta give them props. You know, you guys really, you know, I liked the fact, and I'll review some more of their products later on. I was planning on doing that this week, but I just didn't get around to it because, like I said, we had the whole issue of I had a whole ton of makeup on my face over the weekend, and trying to get enough of that off. Like, even now, my face still has, like, glitter. There is still, like, shimmer and glitter stuck in my face, which would have prevented me from being able to do a really good, like, makeup review for you guys, and a really solid application of any look. Because, yeah, I've been, like, exfoliating like a crazy person, and it's just still not coming off. Hence why my skin is super dry right now, which is why I was like, you know what? They don't want to look at my face anyway. They just want to see what I'm doing. They want to see the product. That's the important thing here. Is you guys care about the product and what I'm showing you. You guys don't care if you see my face. And I'm totally cool with that. But yeah, so like I said, while we're doing this here, like I said, don't hesitate to hop on over to Instagram. Make sure you are following me there as well. That way you guys don't miss out on anything. You can see all of the crazy cool adventures. You can watch, you know, some of these cosplays as they're in progress. Because I don't, as a cosplayer, I just don't want to, like, flood my feed and flood the feed and annoy you guys with, like, a million pictures. So, you know, I may start maybe posting some, like, collages of pictures, of some things I'm working on. But most of all, that's probably going to stay on Instagram. And that way, you know, over there, that way, you know, if you guys make sure you follow me on Instagram, then hey, you know, you're going to make sure you're not missing out on any of that content. I am slowly getting the YouTube channel up. Like, this video will probably go to YouTube as well. Just because, like I said, this is a really kind of, it's a fun product. I like it. And like I said, these are really good quality wraps. I like them. I'm not struggling with them, really. Any struggles I have are not product related. It is user error, I swear. Because as I prefaced you guys with these, it's not necessarily something I'm super good at, but, you know. It's still something I am willing to go ahead and try. And like I said, they turned me from a skeptic into a fan on these. So, you know, hey, that's a props to the product right there. This is not anybody telling me, like, oh, these guys are really great. No, this is me saying, hey, I guess I'll try some of these nail wraps and see what they're about. Because, you know, like, that's kind of like, that's one of the bigger products they have on their website. They do have a ton of nail wraps, which is super cool. I mean, they've got everything from The Last Unicorn to Dice to horror movies, like, just all kinds of fun stuff. And so, you know, any fandom that you may possibly have, they probably have a nail wrap for your fandom. So that, I think, is super cool. They have some that glow in the dark. They have some that are blacklight sensitive. So yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to make sure I post that link there for you guys. That way you guys can go check out their stock, check out their products. You know, hey, maybe you even have, like, a cosplay coming up or an event and you want, like, some cool nerdy nails to go with it. Like, how cool is that to be able to have, like, you know, nerdy nails to go with, like, your board game night? Like, that's super cool. So, and they are going to have some that are sometimes like a last chance, like, you know, it's, you know, they're not going to be getting it in anymore, so, you know, you might want to hop over there and order some of those. They get some that are some, like, specialty artist ones that come in from time to time that I noticed. They also do have a subscription box, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm getting them confused with someone else. But I thought that I heard mention at one point of them having a nail kit, nail wraps in a monthly subscription box. So you may want to hop on over to the website and check that out as well. Because, like you guys have learned, I think subscription boxes are cool. I think they're fun. You know, for me, subscription boxes are like Christmas all year long. As long as it's something that I know I'm going to be using, then I'm all for it. For me, sometimes when it comes to doing my nails, sometimes I'm just not doing them often enough to necessarily warrant a subscription box. But I do them often enough to, you know, warrant going in and ordering, like, you know, 2 or 3 packages of them. There we go. Trim that up. Oh, one little spot I missed. All right, and we are on to the last one. Oh, that's probably why. Okay, so yeah, so apparently, like, the reason I couldn't find the clear on the other pinky that I was fighting with for so long, to try and find the little clear coat, I think I actually tore it off as I was tearing it from the sheet. So I got a hold of it now. Now peel off. There we go. Yeah, we are just on our last finger here. We're just going to get this pinky on, and we are set. So yeah, guys, I will make sure that I add a link for the product down for Espionage Cosmetics down below. Probably, I mean, and wherever the description goes. Like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm like, I know there's like a description and it goes somewhere, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, so I'm not gonna lie, I am seriously a big fan now of their nail wraps, because their nail wraps are good quality. I've actually never used a nail wrap that didn't give me some sort of issue when it came to trying to apply it. These ones, they go on, they adhere to the nail in a... They're not excessive with it, like, it sticks, so it's not going to move, but, like, if you haven't completely rubbed it down to get all of the bubbles out, you can still move it if you need to. So that, I think, is kind of, you know, that's a testament to the quality. I didn't end up tearing any of these nail wraps while trying to put them on. I've done that in the past. Where, like, you're trying to put it on, or maybe you need to reposition, or maybe you're trying to get it to where it's, you're tearing off the edge and it tears in the wrong place. But I didn't have any of those problems with these wraps. So, you know, yeah, I would definitely recommend these to anybody that would like to have some fun, cool nail art. So, you know, here, we're just going to get these here where you guys can see them just a little bit better. I have not added the clear coat yet, so I'm going to go back over and add that clear coat. We're going to go ahead and do that. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and do that with my right hand onto my left hand. But yeah, overall, these are pretty amazing, actually. Can't really complain about these. So, you know, any clear coat will do. So whatever clear coat you happen to have around your house, or if you just go out and buy a clear coat, it's basically just going to add that extra little layer of protection over the top of your nail. And it's going to give it a little bit of shine and shimmer. Some of them, I've noticed some of their nail wraps are actually advertised as like a matte finish. So that's kind of cool. But, you know, sometimes you want something you need that little bit of extra shine. And this is going to help with that. You can buy matte finish clear coats. They do sell them. I do not have one, but I know they do sell them. So, sorry guys, I'm trying to keep it here. Let me move some things here. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's so much better. All right, there we go. And I always just add just a little bit over the ends. That way it just kind of helps seal where the nail wrap was at. And it's just going to help your manicure hold up just a little bit longer. Because it's going to just kind of protect that edge. And because you guys saw earlier, I'm kind of a klutz, I'm going to go ahead and just pop the lid back down on that. Go ahead and trim up a couple of these areas here. And like I said, I am by no means using any kind of like super professional tools. Like this little nail kit was, I needed a manicure kit. And I picked it up. I'm pretty sure I got it at like Walmart or Target. And it came with this little cuticle kit here. Cuticle dealy bob here. So yeah, this is definitely something that anybody... If you can apply nail polish, you can apply these nail wraps. These nail wraps might actually even be a little bit easier. But yeah, so you can see here, now that I've got the clear coat on there, give the camera a second to focus. There we go. You can see it gives that nice shine. It's got this really cool pattern design with all the different dice. And each one's a little bit different, so I think that's kind of fun and kind of funky. Which for me works. Another thing you could also do with that is if you wanted to do like a solid color and then just use these as like the tips, or vice versa. You know, paint your tips a solid color and then put these over the top. For the tip part, that would be, you know, for the main nail bed, that would be kind of cool too. So guys, that's what we've got. We've got these Espionage Cosmetics nail wraps. This one was called Dice. That's How We Roll. I really hope this was informative. I hope you guys liked it. I will go ahead and make sure that I update the link for Espionage Cosmetics in the comments. Because like I said, yeah, I am normally a nail wrap skeptic. Just because I've had so many bad experiences in the past trying to use nail wraps. Because I'm not good at it. Plain and simple. It's just not, it's not my wheelhouse. It's not something, they're not something I'm really good at using. So, because of the fact that I'm not really good at using them, I kind of gave up, I guess. And so, when I saw these on the Espionage Cosmetics website, I was actually kind of bummed out at first. I was like, oh man, like, they've got all these nail wraps, which is, like, super cool, but, like, I'd really love to see, like, more cosmetic stuff. But no, now I understand why people, like, rave about these nail wraps. Because you guys saw. I mean, I told you guys it was going to take me a little bit longer for two reasons. One, I am talking to you guys while I'm doing it, so my full concentration is not on what I'm doing. My concentration is making sure you guys can see what I'm doing, and that you can see the product. So that's, of course, going to cause it to take me a little bit more time. I did go ahead and, like I said, I went back and, you know, you guys saw that I was being pretty meticulous to flatten everything out and get everything smooth and get all the extra edges trimmed down. That, of course, takes a little bit more time. So that's another reason why this video took probably like 45 minutes, where they say you can do it in 10. I'm sure I could. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, with as easy as these went on, as you can see, I don't have a lot of overages. Their sizing is really, really good as far as that goes. And like I said, each of these, you can see here a little bit better with this hand. It's all about dice, but each of them is a little bit different. So that kind of makes it kind of fun, cool, and unique. So guys, once again, I am so sorry for not doing Saturday We Slay yesterday. I hope this makes up for it, because you guys are probably one of the best audiences out there. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and checking out this product review from Espionage Cosmetics. I will go ahead and update the description to make sure that we do have the information about the link for where you can go and get these products. And like I said, yeah, like I said, they turned me from a skeptic into a fan. So guys, for now, it is Sunday night. It is the end of the week. This is going to be Shield Maiden signing out for now. As always, everybody, fly your geek flag high. Till next time.